Hi, it's Tuesday, I know. You can call it a techie tinkering Tuesday if you like. This video is actually just a follow-up to what I did on Sunday with Smart Home Sunday. The last couple of weeks I've been exploring using Home Assistant to control some basic heaters. Basic heater plus Home Assistant, turn it into a smart control system. It's been working pretty well. Now, on Sunday's video, some great comments. I want to respond to those in a video reply. So first, Glenn, thank you so much for the detailed information there and some really good things to think about, especially in relation to, the type of radiators that we might have. And yes, you're right. Do want to think about, Glenn talked about, you want to be careful turning your radiators on and off a lot if they're not designed for that kind of thing. Now, here is one of the radiators that we have. So you can see there it's got that kind of dial on the front. So I'll show you in a moment some of the historical data so far of what those heaters have been doing. And, well, they actually turn on and off by themselves anyway. So we've kind of set the thermostat about halfway there. It's enough to keep the room warm enough, but it does mean that they do by themselves turn on and off. So they self-regulate. So they're not completely stupid heaters, but... oh God, let's do it. Let's jump in there. So let's have a look. So if I go and look at one of those heaters, we can have a look at some data here, the on-off switching of it. And if we have a look at, for example, let's see, yesterday, you can see that from midnight to 6, the heaters were just off the whole night. Then at 6 through to 9, they were just on. And then it just turned off and on and off. Now you could say that, well, this isn't so smart at the moment because I could just turn the power on and off at those predetermined times. Now, in effect, that's what's happening, but I'm actually using the temperature sensor in the room to decide if the heater should be turned on or off because I'm going for a certain target temperature at that time of day. Now, of course, what's happening is during the on period, those radiators are not just on constantly. They're self-regulating, not really to find a temperature. They're just not overheating. So they turn on for a bit, warm up, then they turn off, and they just keep doing this kind of oscillating. So if you want the whole room to be hotter, then you can crank them up. And there's even an extra power switch you can hit there to even use more electricity. But it seems to be working quite well. If I just go back here for a moment, so while the power is actually just switching on and off at kind of away and home periods that I set, the temperature, however, what's interesting, for example, in the overnights or during the day, it never seems to drop below 15. And the way those heaters are set at the moment, we seem to get to about 17 degrees was a max just in the last day. But it seems that that's okay. Like it's very rarely the case that the heaters are being switched on in an off-peak time or a cold period in the house, and it seems they're not even being turned off. Now, the cumulative effect, however, of electricity consumption is actually looking really good, because normally in the middle of the night, in the past, just left the heaters running, and so they just kept the house, at around the 17-degree mark. So now you can see we're definitely dropping the temperature during the night, during the day when no one's here, down a couple of degrees. But what's really interesting to me is the room is maintaining that heat. Now, it might be influenced by some other heaters in other parts of the house. So I don't know yet. I need more sensors. I think I need more gear. More smart plugs, more sensors, more integrations all hooked in the Home Assistant. Yeah, all right. I'll get to that in another Sunday. But yeah, thanks, Glenn, for the comments and suggestions and concern. Really appreciate that. Per, you're talking about Nord Pool and the spot price and controlling things in Home Assistant depending on high and low spot prices. Yep, I'm going to get to that soon. But that's enough for one video today. This was just a quick little tinkery update on a Tuesday. So thanks for following along and thanks for the encouragement and your comments. More Smart Home Sunday on Sunday. Bye.